In this week's Work in CT segment, we are learning about a local IT company. Technology is certainly a big part of the day-to-day work for businesses here in Connecticut and across the globe. Matt Kozloski, Vice President of Professional Services at Kelser, joins me. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about this company and what it does.
Sure. So Kelser is an IT consulting company. For the last 35 years, we provide IT services for everything from smaller nonprofits all the way up to larger enterprises, some of the logos that you'll see in downtown Hartford. I think something that makes Kelser unique is that we're really committed to our customers, what we do, each other, and especially the community. So in terms of community support, for example, tomorrow we're supporting MCC's Evening of Fine Wines. Next Tuesday we have the Malta House of Care Foundation's Wonder Woman event, and then we even provide IT services and support for the Travelers Championship in June.
Wow, so there's a lot of different things in the community that you reach, and a lot of different businesses that can really take advantage of your service.
Absolutely.
Why is it so important for businesses to make sure that they have all of their technology needs met, and also how can they use that to maybe grow their business, help it move forward?
That's absolutely it. So we see technology as a business enabler. So a lot of people see it as like, oh, this big expense and like IT's so expensive, right?
Right.
Yeah. And we get that, but we really see IT as a way businesses can remain competitive and just work together and work in this kind of modern, hyper-competitive global economy.
And with the services that you provide in helping to manage the technology at maybe a smaller business, you're able to kind of take that out of their hands so that they can focus maybe on other things.
Yep, absolutely. So to that line too, we totally realize that IT can be complicated, especially if you have a limited staff. So we've actually packaged some solutions and put things together. So network as a service, wireless as a service, business continuity or disaster recovery as a service, things like that. I'll just pick on network as a service, for example. Think of how critical that is today, right? Like people take it for granted. It's this invisible stuff in the closet, but businesses need email, they need a web presence, they need to communicate with each other, their customers. At the end of the day, all of that relies on network. So, us packaging and delivering like network as a service as this critical component, I think is a really important thing.
And that's a way that they can grow their business, because if they don't have those things in this day and age, it's hard to grow the business.
You got it. Yep.
What are the challenges that you are seeing from companies when it comes to technology?
I think maybe it's overstated in a way, but cybersecurity is definitely up there. I think that's number one. That's one of our dedicated focus areas, for example.
Okay.
Especially in the smaller medium space, like those businesses are targets. Especially everyone's heard of ransomware probably at this point, and probably sick of hearing about it. But not a week goes by where it seems to happen, and we're helping someone get out of it and then protect themselves. Again, it's like the small and mediums are just like targets because they're not prepared in a way like a lot of the larger enterprises that made significant investments in that protection and detection.
What can those smaller and medium-sized businesses do to not only be reactive to these problems, but to be a little bit proactive so that they don't have any future problems? Because there's always something new with cybersecurity.
There is. The thing that's hot right now, especially with ransomware and things along those lines, is the human element, believe it or not. So this is completely non-technical.
Okay.
It's making sure you have a really good cybersecurity awareness training program that doesn't just train people, but it consistently does it on a regular basis. And then you're also testing them too. So simulate a phishing attack on your people and see who responds and who trick them into giving up their password. And
interesting.
Yeah, and rather than using like a punitive way of like you did this bad, we're gonna come down on you hard. It's like use it as a positive like learning experience.
Yeah. Well, we saw what happened with the W2 forums and that phishing scam and all of that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Matt, thank you so much for being with us here. And this is just great. I learn something new every day. And if you have a business that you think we should feature here on Fox 61, email us at workinct@fox61.com, and also share what makes Connecticut great using the hashtag CTConfident. Still ahead for you here on Good Day Connecticut. The Day Trips and Destinations Expo is a little more than a week away, and up next we are talking about passports. What you need to know if you plan to travel the world. And don't forget, you can always download our Fox 61 News app. It is free in the App Store or Google Play.